You talk about ups and downs, but this is pretty far down, isn't it? I mean, none of the timelines have been met. They haven't even come close. And you would reject, I assume, the suggestion that the administration was naive going into this. I fully expect that. But, I mean, why didn't you expect this? Why didn't you think that this was going to be the result? And then I just want to make sure I'm clear. The use of military force that the president had talked about in response to the chemical weapons attack is still on the table, or is it not on the table?
We've never taken the option as it relates to Syria off the table, but obviously what we're pursuing now is the diplomatic path, both on the removal of chemical weapons and on the Geneva conference process. So that's where our focus is.
But the president in his State of the Union address the other night said that it was diplomacy coupled with the threat of military force that got the Syrians to agree to this. Why do you not remind the Syrians today explicitly that the option of military force is still on the table to get them to live up to the agreement that they signed on to?
Well, Matt, we appreciate the recommendation.
Well, it's not a recommendation.
Today,
I'm asking why, if you think that that's what got them to agree in the first place.
And we continue to feel that way. And we feel the appropriate step today is to highlight the fact that they're not meeting the obligation, that there's more that can be done, that they have the tools and resources they need to fulfill their obligation. And so that's what we're highlighting today.
But when the Syrians have been called out in the past, like back before the idea of military strikes came into the equation, it hasn't done anything. So why do you think now that calling them out publicly for non-compliance is going to change their behavior when, and as the president said the other night, what got them to agree in the first place was a threat of military force coupled with diplomacy?
You're right, and we still continue to believe that. Some of the statements that they have made are that they don't have the equipment and resources necessary, and that is false, which UN...
Right, so they're lying.
That is a false claim.
Right. Okay.
So, Matt, where we are today is that obviously we're a month past the timeline of what we set out. We still believe that the diplomatic path that's been laid out here is the right path forward, and so we're going to continue to press the regime to abide by their obligations.
Can I follow up on that one?